Good morning, everyone. Today, I thought I would try out something a little bit different on the channel. I'm not very good at shorts. I always feel like I've got more than a minute's worth of information to share. But I wanted to try doing a few videos in a shorter format, so somewhere around that 3 to 5 minute range, just covering the bare basics of various gardening topics. Now, in a lot of cases, I will have longer videos that expound on more of the details if you want them, but thought I would try doing the shorter videos for folks who maybe, like me, don't have the time or the patience to sit down and watch a 20 to 30 minute video. Now, I still plan on continuing to create the longer format videos as well, but thought this would be a fun project to try out. So let me know what you think and let me know if there are any topics you'd like to see covered. Now today, I'm getting ready to do my winter sowing, so I thought I would share the cut and dry basics of this process. So let's jump in. Supplies first. You're going to need containers. Anything clear or at least semi-transparent is going to work. Gallon milk jugs are a popular choice. Clear plastic salad containers will work, anything like that. You're going to need scissors or knife or some other type of cutting implement, duct tape or electrical tape, something that's going to be able to withstand being outdoors and still remain sticky. Your potting medium. If you want to keep track of what you've planted, labels are a good choice. Just again, pick something that's going to withstand the elements and where the ink's not going to wash off when it gets wet. And finally, your seeds. And I encourage you to play around with various types and see what works well for you. I've done a lot of different cold hardy vegetables and herbs, and I'm leaning towards more perennial herb production using this method. Now, our first step is going to be to clean the containers with hot soapy water. Next, poke drainage holes in the bottom of the containers, and I typically do 5 to 6 holes per gallon jug. If you have a lot of containers to do, a drill with a small bit may make the work faster. Cut an opening in the container about half of the way up, leaving a small hinge. Then in the case of our milk jugs, you're going to remove the lids. And in the case of something like a salad container, we want to cut holes in the top for rain to get in. Next, we're going to create our labels. And again, I'm using something that won't fade in the winter. I'm using these plastic tags with an industrial Sharpie, and that typically lasts pretty well for me. And I'll place these inside the container when I'm done. Next, we add about 3 to 6 inches of potting soil, depending on the size and shape of the container. Now, anything suitable for seed starting will work. Think loose and fluffy and excellent drainage. I'm using ProMix. I don't usually like to start seeds in medium that already has fertilizer mixed in like the ProMix does. But in the case of my winter sowings, I find that it actually works quite well because I typically forget to fertilize these seedlings in the spring, and they can definitely benefit from a little boost of nutrition. Next, I pre-moisten the soil. I'll get this good and saturated and let these drain well. And then I sow my seeds according to the instructions on the seed packet. In general, the smaller the seed, the less shallow you'll plant. I like to mist the tops of the seed and the planting medium with water. And then we're going to refasten the top portion of our container with our electrical or duct tape. And now we'll move our planted containers to their home for the next couple of months. You want to choose a sunny location protected from strong winds and curious animals. And make sure your containers aren't under an overhang because we want snow and rain to be able to enter the tops of our containers. And for most growing areas, the general recommendation is to start this winter sowing method anywhere between the winter solstice and early to mid-March. And now we wait. Winter sowings can be left alone until the seed has germinated and the days have begun to warm. The exception to that being if you're having a very dry winter, you may want to come out and water these once or twice through the winter season. Once the seedlings emerge and the days start to get warmer, especially those unseasonably warm and sunny days that we get sometimes in spring, you'll want to vent the containers. You'll just loosen that tape and open the tops a bit when it's warm and close them back up when it gets cold again. Keep in mind that we've basically created little mini greenhouses, and when it's warm and sunny, even if it doesn't feel that warm outside, it can get quite toasty inside of there, and you can burn up tender young seedlings if you're not careful. Once our spring weather has evened out a bit and the seedlings have developed nice, robust root systems, these can be transplanted to their final growing place in the garden. So there you have it, an easy and relatively hands-off way to get some of those seeds started. Now, for more information about winter sowing, as well as my various experiments with different types of plants sown this way, be sure to check out this playlist. And if you found today's video helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel, Growfully with Jenna. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.